Point number 21. Those who excel in the International Dawah Training Program would not be given a certificate of participation, but would be given a certificate of excellence. So there's also a separate certificate known as Certificate of Excellence, and there is no fixed rule that there's only one certificate or two or three. If all 20 are good, inshallah all 20 will get. If 10 are good, 10 will get. If 3 are good, 3 will get. If none are good, none will get. Because we have a standard that if you get a certificate of excellence, you have to reach a certain level. And inshallah, I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that if not all, at least most should get. Inshallah. Last point, amongst the excellent participants, there will be a ranking given as per their performance. So if 5 people get a certificate of excellence, there will be a grading first, second, third, fourth, fifth. If 2 get, first and second. You know why? Why? Why not everyone gets a ranking? Logically, everyone should get, right or wrong? Yes, Brother Shah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
My guess is that those who get the certificate of excellence, in your humble opinion, will be ready to deliver the da'wah on international stage.
Any other answer? No, I believe inshallah all who complete the course would be ready. Jai Bidarshi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
I think because we don't want to demotivate anyone, but motivate people with the reward. Let's put it that way. It's positive reinforcement.
Don't want to demotivate anyone, want to motivate. Yes, Farik.
Because, for example, if there's a race, so everyone does not get a ranking. There's only first, second, third. So there has to be certain importance given to certain people who have strived harder as compared to the rest of the people. So those people who have got excellent certificates, of course, they will be on a different level as compared to the other people.
Yes. So far the best answer, but not hitting the nail on the head. Yes, those who got excellent are better, we know that. Yes, brother. Kamruddin.
As Jannah have rankings, so you're giving some rankings for...
Alhamdulillah. Yes, that is there, but why? Why not the ranking?
Most importantly, I believe you want to choose the best of the best.
Correct. The best of the best get the excellent. That is fine.
So
that is why I give the excellence. But why give ranking only to the excellent and not to the non-excellent?
the ranking on the excellence is maybe they will be under you, then you know where to send them. Maybe the difficult parts of the world, you'll send number one.
The reason is, number one, that when you get a certificate of excellence, says that you are a good dai. Not getting doesn't mean you are not, but it is a certificate from us that inshallah you have performed very well in the training program. Whether you're good or not, Allah knows the best. We cannot comment. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who's the best to judge. You have performed very well, and the chances that you will be able to deliver are very high. So that differentiates between a person who gets a certificate of participation. He participated. He was there in body for sure. Maybe in mind and soul also. What level we don't know. Or he strived hard a lot. He achieved a lot. He may be able to convey the message 10 times more. But when you get a certificate of excellence, that means you have come up to the standard of Islamic Research Foundation or Peace TV. You know, it has a standard. Now, hypothetically, no one does good. Hypothetically. And yet if I give first, second, third, you will say, okay, what first? You understood? First, let's become effective dais. International Dawah Training Program conceived, planned and developed by Dr. Zakir Naik. I came out first. Now, if he doesn't get a certificate of excellence, getting a certificate of excellence is more important than coming out first. Getting both together is the best. Do you understand? If I say a person came out first without certificate of excellence, that means it's Andho mein Kana Raja. In Hindi we say, in our language, that he is a cockeyed king in people who are blind. It's a saying in Hindi. It doesn't sound that well when I translate it. That a person who's a cockeyed becomes a king if he's living in a people who have no vision. Andho mein Kana Raja means people are blind and the person who's a cockeyed becomes the king. So, certificate of excellence is the most important. Even if 10 people get, and the person comes out 10th, it's much better than not getting certificate of excellence and getting the highest marks. If the marks are given, suppose, and hypothetically no one gets certificate of excellence, and you come to know, okay, brother Abu Shariz got the highest marks. Hypothetically, he should not be happy. Why? Getting that certificate is more important than getting highest marks. Andho mein kaya raja. Or maybe out of 20, 15 get, and he comes out to be the 15th. He should be more happy than not getting certificate of excellence and coming out first. Even though it will not be announced who's first, when the marks will be announced, you'll come to know approximately who's first, second, third. So getting the certificate of excellence is more important. And from the certificate of excellence, the person who gets the highest would be mentioned. So if 5 get, we'll say first, second, third, fourth, fifth. If 10 get, we'll mention first, second. So you can say, okay, I came out 5th in this training program. So getting the certificate of excellence is most important. Do you have any questions? Yes, Brother Shah.
During the training, can we address you as Zakir Bhai or Sir, or which is the best way to address you?
I personally don't like anyone calling me sir. I don't like it. It's not haram. It's not haram to call anyone sir. But I personally don't like anyone referring to me as sir. Normally, I'm more commonly called as Zakir Bhai, which is in the language of India, means Brother Zakir. Or in Arabic, you say Akhi Zakir. That's what I prefer. Though I know some of you may be very young. Unless otherwise, because my son is there, he cannot call me brother. But otherwise, generally, if people just call me Brother Zakir, or a person who's elder to me calls me Zakir also, there's no problem at all. And I don't think so anyone is elder here. I mean, the elder is Brother Kamruddin. And he's younger to me, alhamdulillah. Just for information, I've just crossed 50 years. So if you can refer to me as even Brother Zakir or Zakir Bhai, no problem. That are no problem at all.
My question, Zakir Bhai, is that this is a training program and we have very strict timings, but we are quite nervous because this is the first of its kind of training we are attending, mashallah. If we have questions or we don't understand certain things, because the desire to learn is very high and we are not that, polished background in terms of da'wah, memorization and so on. If there are certain things you teach us and we don't understand, we don't have the grasp, can we interrupt and ask you to repeat, and or how does it go? Or do we meet in the break and ask you those questions if we don't understand, or how do we go about it?
That was discussed in the rules and regulations. That if it's a lecture where notes are not given to you, it's like a lecture. So don't disturb the faculty. Let him finish. If you don't ask, note down. During the question and answer time, you can ask that when you spoke about certain thing, about technique, I could not understand about the gesture. Please, could you repeat? No problem. Or if you have any question. If it's a point form note like the one that we had in this session, after every few points, the instructor will give you time. Or even if it doesn't give you time, you can raise your hand because it's a point form note. So either he will tell you, ask the question, or he'll tell you, wait for another few minutes. So if it's a point form note, you can raise your hand in between also. Normally the instructor gives time after every few points. But even if you raise your hand in between, there's no problem at all. He will tell you, just wait. Or he'll tell you, okay, what's the question? So don't wait for the break, please. Break time is not for asking questions, because the instructor may not be available. Yes, you can discuss amongst yourselves. The participants should not discuss among themselves during the sessions. In break time, you can discuss. But if you have any question, the best time is to ask during the session, unless the instructor feels that a person is taking too much time and the time is getting short, because of lack of time, then he may tell you, okay, we can discuss maybe in the holiday or in the rest day, etc. Hope that answers the question.
Jazakallah bhai.
Wayakum. Yes, brother.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My question is that when asking question, can we ask while standing or sitting? That's my question, sir.
While asking a question, if you're seated, you can remain seated and ask. If you're on the stage and if you're asked to perform and take a question and answer session, that is different. So if you're seated, No need of standing. I mean, that is the format in the Western world. And if it's the rule of a session here, but here it's not required at all. When you ask a question, you can be seated and ask a question, there's no problem at all. That is the best.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I have two questions. One is that on the rules and regulations of this international Da'wah training program, it was stated that the points and the notes will be given to all participants for every of the sessions. Yes, most
80%.
of it. Yes, 80% of it. So would it be possible is that the notes of the next day's sessions be given earlier in order for us to go through it so we have a better grasp of it, better understanding of it? That would be my first question. And my second question would be on the point of the 19th point, where every day each participant will be evaluated and the magic criteria, and was stated in one of it is that surprise. What does it mean by surprise? Thank you.
The first question is that if the notes are given in advance, then they can grasp better. What we want you to do after the session, we'll give you homework. Whatever has been done, after hearing and the notes, you will grasp better. Imagine, suppose you don't know medicine. And if I give you how to do surgery, what will you understand? And if you start doing surgery on the notes, you may take a patient and kill him. You understand? So here, the best is paying attention when the instructor is speaking. Now, if you read the notes and you jot down certain points, the mind normally is only focused on that point. You will forget everything else. It may be a point form note. He is going to speak 10 times more than the notes. Because you are focusing on that, the best is when the instructor speaks. See to it that you listen to him attentively. According to me, jotting of the points in the point form notes requires a very small percentage of your time. See, most of you are much listening to me. That's what I like. So the notes, if given in advance, will defeat the purpose. Yes, when you come here, if it's the point form note, we give it to you so that we can be on the same wavelength. And what question you have, you can note it down notepad and ask immediately. Because when I'm saying maybe 5 points in sequence, the note form only gives one line for the first point. The explanation is 5 lines. Many a time, the explanation is covered. And if you don't understand the first point correctly and go to point number 2, and if you read, you may not understand the second point. So best is, with the explanation, you listen. And if there is any difficulty, asked during the session itself, and there will be homework given to you. So when you leave the auditorium, there will be a couple of hours homework. There was a homework given to you about 2 weeks in advance. That memorize the 114 names with meanings of the surahs of the Quran.
La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammadun Rasulullah, Muhammadun Rasulullah. أرجو رضاك يا الله، أنت الرحيم يا الله، هبني عطاك يا الله، أنت الكريم منك العطاء يا الله، أنت العظيم يا الله، فيك الرجاء يا الله، أنت الحليم. الرحمن الستار ملك الملك الغفار الوهاب المنان المتعال. الرحمن الستار ملك الملك الغفار الوهاب المنان المتعال. الرحمن الستار ملك الملك الغفار الوهاب المنان